When I was eating something, all I heard about was, "What are you chewing? What's going on over there?" The only person who didn't give me heck was Jeff.
And that's because he was probably eating too.
Probably he had himself on mute because he was eating. Maybe.
Yeah, that's the nice thing with the quick mute button on the headset.
I know this new headset I'm using, I miss the old just having the button to mute right there,
Right?
Now I have to mute one thing and then mute another thing and make sure I muted both things and then unmute both things.
I have this wonderful microphone that's used for like podcasting and stuff, and I don't even have to touch it. I just wait.
That's
and it mutes
cool.
just like that.
I was going to say, and then he gets cut off.
As he's demonstrating and going, oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, I just muted myself. That's exactly what I did.
And good, you muted yourself just as I clicked something. I'm like, holy shit, what did I do?
Yay.
Way to stress out Jeff.
I stressed Jeff. Perfect. My goal is complete.
Right. My work here is done.
One doesn't want a stressed Wookiee.
Right.
Sounds terrible.
Well, depends on what's happening. I mean, sometimes it's beneficial to work them up before.
Right?
Like a wind-up toy, and you just send them
Exactly.
I can only wonder what the official wind up the Wookiee, program is. First you go up to the Wookiee, then you smack the Wookiee, and you say, "You know why you had that coming."
I don't know if I'd want to be smacking no Wookiee.
No, smack the Wookiee.
And then you pray to your gods.
Right? You start questioning all of your life choices. Oh my goodness. Today, I was doing work and I was trying to explain something to a lady and I was like, yeah, it's in North Andover. And I kept saying Endor. I was like, why does that sound wrong? Oopsies.
North Endor. Boy, that's going to be a big bill.
Hell of a commute. It's really not where you think it is, Golda. Please don't. Okay.
First, you have to make your way to a galaxy far, far away.
And then you have to find that guy Andor that nobody can find.
Right.
As we're slowly watching, if you've watched the series, that the Empire's bureaucracy is just as bad as ours.
Weird.
What? No way.
It's hard to believe that somebody fictionalized something so bad and said, no, this is fine.
It's been a good show. It's been interesting.
Hey, I'm just going to say, if you remember way back in the day when Congress couldn't balance the budget the first time,
as opposed to now when
we totally got the Republic Senate couldn't come to a decision on that Star Wars movie of that year. Life imitated art.
Right.
Or let's be honest, he knows that a group of baboons is a Congress.
Pretty much. You guys, I haven't been watching Andor, but I have been watching The Peripheral. Are you guys watching that?
Nope.
Y'all, it's really, really good. It's based on a now I'm not going to get his name. Shoot, it's the guy who wrote the book that Blade Runner is based on. Gibson. It's a William Gibson book story that they've turned into a show. Guys, it is so good.
I watched like the first one, second one, maybe?
What service is that on?
Amazon.
We'll have to check that out.
The one who did Blade Runner, that's Philip K. Dick, not Gibson.
Yeah, that's. I was just going to say that's Dick, not Gibson.
I thought that was Gibson. So Gibson did Neuromancer.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
Okay, that one. Thank you for correcting me. It is Gibson's story that they've turned in. And a friend of mine, Marty, was saying that, because I haven't read the story, and he was saying that they did a really good job of taking the story and like continuing the punch that the story has, but making it modern and accessible to like you and me. Like a big portion of the story, our main characters are set like 9 years from now. And it is phenomenal. You guys, I'm I'm a fan. I like it a lot. It's good.
Definitely gonna
It's
have to
good.
check it out.
And it is like hyper violent in some areas, so be ready. I'm assuming with this group that's okay. With other of my friends, I've had. Say it again.
As violent as The Boys?
I haven't seen that.
Oh,
What?
Golda, you gotta see The Boys.
Yeah, you're missing out there.
I tried watching it and I got bored. And so people keep telling me how good it is, and I was like, but I was really bored. So, I mean, I'm willing to try something again, like as they develop characters and it slowly gets better, right? It's not horror story level violent, but it is like, it's like, so this might be a good example. It's like a hyper graphic video game.
Ah.
Right? Think of a violent video game, and that's how it feels.
I'm sorry, Golda, but I watched a few moments of this one video that has completely desensitized me to literally everything else. I don't care. I don't care what Hollywood ever does. They could come up with the most graphically grotesque scene humanly possible, and it still would not faze me in the slightest after watching this one particular video.
Right. And that's
And
how I
watching
said I
part of
thought it was okay with this group. Like, this group doesn't seem like they'd be ones who are super anxious about that, but some people are. And so I've tried to be honest in my reviews. I'm okay with it. I see it and I'm like, there's only been one scene where I was just pissed. It was so horrible. But other than that, I've just been like, yep, that's logical. That follows.
Let's put it this way. I had heard of the name of this video, and that's why I'm not saying the name, because curiosity killed the cat. And I watched maybe 20 seconds of the video before I had to turn it off, and just watching it gave me PTSD. I was not in the right mind for a few weeks after watching 20 seconds of this video.
Wow.
Is this a movie or just like a...
No, this is a real video. It is basically a Colombian torture video.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, thank
that'll
you.
do it.
Yeah, it was making the rounds. I heard about it, didn't get the full description of what it was. It was just this is a really nasty video. Don't watch it. Well,
And of course,
until someone
Gunter
does.
said yes.
Don't watch it. Yeah,
Right.
There you go. There's the tag.
Yeah, nope. Well, and the thing is, sometimes people take that as a challenge instead of a warning.
Right. Especially from this friend.
See,
Right?
ever
and then there's Golda,
since
who's just straight up honest, like, this might be horrible, but Golda
Eh.
really liked it, which tells you how bad it is.
See,
Anyway,
ever since Two Girls in a Cup, I've learned to listen to my certain friends that say, "Don't ever watch this," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Gotcha, not gonna watch it. I'm cool with not knowing what that is about."
I'm still convinced it was soft serve ice cream.
It probably was, but
But
I-
exactly.
I never watched it, but I heard what it was about, and I'm like, ew.
Still missing two people's destinies.
All right, so there we were after having completed a job.
yeah. So the first question is, did Kopesh turn in the holocron that has the two skills of discipline and lightsaber, and it also had the ability of giving you the mentor bonus to force powers?
Right. Now, do you have to retain that to get that, or just use
Yes,
Oh.
it's basically a study guide.
it? Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
can't just open the box up and say, "What's in the box?" and then give it away
What's in
and
the
not have to worry
box?
about it ever again.
What's in the fucking
Yeah.
box?
Well, I contracted to return the 2 items, so I will return the 2 items.
Okay.
That's how I keep my reputation and everything else. I do follow
Okay.
through on that. Now, I might use data or information or what later against the person in a covert way, but I carry through on my missions as said.
Okay, so I was just making sure that you did, in fact, turn over the box.
Yeah.
There is always that option to lie and say, "But I couldn't find it."
Yeah, no.
And then that just makes us look incompetent. So,
Right. Exactly. Was there
And my
a
droid
value?
brain was, can we copy it?
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. I don't remember what the mission value was or anything, or what the credit was for it, but
I'm like, let me check. I could have swore I put it in there.
did you? Yeah, probably did.
We got the there was the sword stats. So apparently I did not, but the bounty of taking the guy out was 12,000 credits.
Okay, and how much for the items? You just said taking pit guy out.
Well, that was the kit and caboodle.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
So, boss, what's the split?
Well, how many did we got now?
I mean, thankfully your bounty hunter friend got her own 4,000 credit rewards, so.
Oh, well then, so 1, 2, 3, 4 then.
However, if you'd like to hire her to join the crew, because, maybe you might want to chip her in, I mean.
Well, if she got her own pay on this one, she's good for all the ongoing missions.
What do you know about what I got paid?
Because the GM just said so.
Well,
Yes.
That's out of character knowledge.
That's correct. In
Just say
character, you ain't paid me shit.
Yeah, but in character,
and
we
I
also
wasn't
know that we
there.
helped you successfully complete your bounty and that it had to be worth something to you.
Right.
And so we don't care what it was worth to you. We just know that you were able to collect on your bounty.
Right. And we never promised anything off of this. You can follow us if you like. So, but you did well, and you can be included as part of the crew and on future bounties. But there was never any promise of sharing anything on the start of this.
No, it's fine.
When a woman says fine that way, it's never
Yeah, well. So it's $3,000 per, so.
Beautiful.
All right. And so are we going fowl hunting or something for somebody?
Since I couldn't find anything totally turkey related, we did just have Life Day pass us, the official Star Wars Life Day.
So before we get that too much further, Jeff and Gulda, would you please be so kind as to roll your destiny?
Ooh, his destiny OCD was going.
Yep.
Yeah,
like,
I kind of tried to mention it earlier, but I think it
Okay. Do I just roll
destiny?
Thanks, that's super duper helpful. Where is that located?
So at the top
up
of
at
your
the
character
top,
sheet.
under Destiny Pool, on the
Okay.
left, there's a button that
Roll
says
Destiny.
Roll Destiny.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Wow, look at that.
Beautiful.
Wow, that's too many lights. I thank you, BT, for looking out for me.
It's Thanksgiving. We're caring and giving to each other, except for the robot.
Side.
Except for the droid who doesn't care.
The droid who really does just want to see the world burn.
Yep. Except Grix. I'm fond of Grix.
and could do it so much better if she had all of her skills. But hey.
Okay, I promise I'll work on it.
I laugh because she was laughing on mute, and then she had to unmute herself so you could hear her laugh. I could hear her through the wall. So of course,
points. That's a lot of skills and
that's like buying a new tree and burning into about halfway deep to it.
Right?
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Obviously,
We were
this
just-
droid needs a memory wipe so she can spend her points.
We were just talking about my plans for the future, and that would literally get me halfway there.
And we know how good got his characters in advance. So, of course, since y'all been saying wet work, your job is wet work, and it's not to murder the turkey.
Oh.
So I
and
was
a little sabotage would be lovely.
I was totally tempted to find some turkey adventure, but I really couldn't find something nice except for, hunting a great dragon called Turkey. With a couple hyphens put in the name there. But
Nice.
instead, in honor of Life Day happening last week, or I think it was the 11th, something like that.
Sounds about right.
In honor of the 1-year anniversary of that horrible TV special for Star Wars,
Yep.
Oh my god.
where we got to see Chewbacca's dad watching VR porn.
Yep. November 17th, actually.
Ah, the 17th. I kept thinking the 11th or some reason.
11th.
So you guys are sent on a mission from a anonymous Imperial source. Y'all take jobs from anyone.
Duh.
Well,
As
most.
long as they pay well and they are acceptable.
Oh yeah. That's totally. Mm-hmm.
No
I meant to
kids.
say.
No kids.
No women,
It's
no
like,
kids.
I'll take whatever.
Don't worry. He'll tell the sniper and the explosive droid to go take out the adults. He'll take care of the children. So your contact is having you go to the Imperial-held planet of Burchest. However that's pronounced, I think it's Burchest, so that's what I'm calling it.
Yes,
Which
maybe.
is a staunch supporting planet of the Empire, by the way. Basically, because very rich people the Empire has bribed with power and authority. And now that they have money and power and authority, they like the Empire's rule over the Republic. It's funny when the Imperial representative shows up and says, no taxes. And they basically all pretty much rolled over to the Empire's in full swing here. The 75th Legion considers this planet their headquarters. So we've got a bunch of Imperial Marines out there on the planet. And of course, it is going to be Life Day in 2 days. That way you get to the planet on Life Day. And your anonymous benefactor is requesting you to assassinate the Imperial governor on this planet. And of course,
okay.
your little dossier shows you this overweight guy with a bad receding hairline, and for some reason, in every picture you see, in every holovid picture you see, he's surrounded by 4 shield droids, those little drones that float and protect.
Oh, yeah.
Some would say he might be a tad paranoid.
It makes his hover car look like the Pope Mobile.
But of course, if they are out to get you, it's not really paranoia.
Obviously, if someone is contracting y'all. Yes, I'm using the proverbial y'all. And you're basically given a vague, almost, commercially available map showing that the parade routes have your target going to these 3 locations and then back into a secure compound over here. So
Is there a map we're
I was
supposed
gonna say I don't see a map.
there is, but I'm hiding it from you. See
Yeah.
how I am?
While we give directions on the map.
Yeah.
I'm
And
actually.
I'm assuming we're healed up.
You guys are all healed up. If you have someone that can heal your crits, you could try to heal up any crits. Does anyone have any crits, by the way? It's a good time to ask that question.
I don't.
Nope.
I do not.
BT?
I have 1 strain.
Nope. I don't have any crits.
Are you sure?
Hold on.
Didn't I blow a hole through BT last time with the Night Sister bow?
No, that was Wait a minute. Critical injuries. No, because you said afterwards that we got healed up. So.
Oh, that's right. Your mechanic friend Wookie proved that he's a loyal friend to you.
Oh,
He
I do
patched you,
remember.
did?
Yeah.
So as I said before, as you can now see the map, that the parade route that you're given looks like something that like the Hollow News would be getting, where the governor would start here and they kind of stop for this parade area. Then he continues on and stops for this parade area, then continues on to stop at this parade area and goes back into his little underground parking over here.
Okay.
And the anonymous client, it's almost spooky because the anonymous client is totally using one of those cloaking fields when they communicate with you, so it's just a shroud of ominous darkness, a little hint of pixelation. Would leave it up to peace from what he or she, because of course the modulating voice you don't know either. It's almost like they won't even give you that bone. Leaves it up to your skills and effects after a brief mention Republic agent that you guys are credited with assassinating. You hate it when you get renowned. And by the way, speaking of that, if you want to cash in on that duty, have you come up with anything? Because I said duty.
I actually didn't even think to look at it. I know we should have plenty. Because I have...
Yeah, I think your duty's up to like a good solid 120, 140.
Yeah, I have 25 total between Wetworks and Sabotage.
Let me switch back to...
You'll think about spending it like BT's experience.
Yeah, Wet Work I've got 25 and Sabotage I've got 5, so total of 30.
I want to say I'm the same.
That's 55.
And I am at 30.
Which is it that we're looking at?
So for you,
you don't
have
have
obligation.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, yours is
Yeah,
slightly
I do have
different.
an obligation. I'm contracted.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
mean, if you now
90.
start serving under your new Kopesh overlord, I think Kopesh can introduce you as one of his Sith associates if you're willing to be established as someone who works for the Sith. Or would you like to retain your independence? Something for you to think
I'd like
about.
to write independence for now.
So yeah, I think with 3 of us, that was 90. So yeah, we definitely should have easily 100 points to spend.
I totally just roll random dice just to get you on edge.
Right. So basically you need to think, do you want independent items or something for the group?
Yep, because when you cash in duty, you can either do it for individual stuff or for something big for the group.
I'm a fan of doing big for the group.
Well, think on what you might think that would be.
Is there a place where we can look up what kind of things that we can spend it on, or is it just use your imagination?
For the moment now, I would say use your imagination so we don't get
right.
At least for the moment.
Yeah.
I need
the details are coming up.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Your rebellion book has information on kind of some of the tiering on it, and like a base, a ship. But we'll get some stuff out so we can continue on for now. But just think.
So first thing that comes to my mind is a rank in a level of contacts. People that we can get information from.
Okay. Of course, when our reputation goes up, that means our renown across the galaxy goes up too, which means more dangerous people know about us and look for us.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, one person's going to say, "That's who those assholes were."
That's why it would be nice to also have a network of when we're on a particular planet, we can count on this particular contact to give us the skinny on what's going on, and they might be able to tell us, oh, careful, so-and-so's on the plane, kind of thing.
Yep.
And things that make you go boom.
Yeah. Well, we can buy some of that. So, all right. But just, think on it, and then we'll talk at the end here.
Roger.
I mean, you guys could totally opt for base or another ship. I must have the ability to blow up one of the ships and, not feel bad.
Or a bigger ship, right? Potentially with a trade-in.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Questions about the current contract. How big are the squares on this map?
The squares are like 2 squares is basically like a city block.
Okay, so how big is a city block? Is every 2 squares is a kilometer?
So roughly 1 square is medium range. We'll throw it out like that. Okay. And anything more than 5 is extreme.
Oh, okay. So in other words, I can post up right here and kill this guy anywhere he has to be.
Extreme range. All of a sudden, these delusions of the Jack Ryan movie where I can sit up on a building rooftop and just keep shooting at this guy every couple seconds.
That's the plan. So, okay, next question.
Or we blow up his vehicle.
Along the route, parades, do we have any idea of how much of a crowd is gathered? Is the crowd wanting to see him early on his route? Is most of the crowd interested in seeing him as he gets to the end of his route? Or is the crowd pretty evenly dispersed along the whole route? What I'm looking for specifically is, are there any gaps in the route where collateral is lighter?
As y'all are flying through hyperspace to get to this planet, which you'll probably get there on the morning of, a little before sunrise, your intelligence does not give you any information on that.
Okay. See, upgrading our duty to get more information would be useful.
I mean, if you're willing to spend the credits, there's the Bothan Spy Network.
What? Bothans? What? Where are those?
It's the HoloNet version of the HoloNet dark web.
There's no Bothans around. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's because they all died getting those plans.
See, this is thousands of years ago before the Bothans all died.
Wait, who said there was a Bothan extinction?
Says the mysterious helmeted Bothan.
What? Okay. So
I'll give you roughly each one major thing if you want to do on the trip there, in the interest of being bereft and getting to the action. Is there anything special any of you guys are doing in?
I would like now the route when he's on like a vehicle type of thing, a platform. What is he riding on?
From what you've been shown, it looks like a luxury floater. Basically think Luke's vehicle, but really nice looking. Completely, the back end is all opened up, like literally the Pope Mobile, so he can stand up and wave to the crowd. And from previous pictures that someone conveniently provided for you, you clearly see he's got like a small army of shield droids, which are these teeny tiny little droids with shield projectors that, out of character knowledge, if you buy one of these, it can sacrifice itself to take the hit for you.
Yeah, they're kind of nice.
So that's literally all they're meant for.
They're remote.
So if we're gonna try and snipe him, maybe I can set up like a large incendiary device that we can use as a distraction or to block the path.
I mean, this is Life Day, so if it's an Imperial-held planet, you're probably expecting there'll be a lot of security on the planet. You know, fascist government and all.
Right.
What is the Twi'lek population like on this planet or in this city?
It does exist. If you'd like to tell me how you know about it, I can give you more. Let's see. Wink, nudge, nudge.
Well, it's it's a family thing. So you're related to you, related to you, related to you, related to you. So we're basically sisters. You know what I mean? Like it's that kind of relationship. And so I'm looking to see who have I heard about in my connections with various people that are on here. Thinking of is how can I get onto at a street level and be part of a crowd without people being like, who's the weird Twi'lek hanging out with us? Like me just walking along with the group and people just accepting that I'm there.
I like that. I like that a lot.
That's my idea.
Do me a favor and give me an average either vigilance or charm because you may have networked.
Okay. Charm
Because I
or
peeked and I saw
what's
that you're
the
good
other
at both
one?
of those. Charm or excuse me, charm or vigilance.
Twi'leks get a bonus to charm, right? Or it's an improved stat for them.
It's they get a free skill up.
Yeah, I'm 2 yellows and a green on them.
You're dashingly charming. Our Bothan is going to be at no advantage when you try to negotiate with him.
So that's what I have.
Okay, so 3 successes. I will gladly tell you, you have from your sister from another mister.
Yeah.
As hey, Twilight girls got to look out for each other.
Yeah,
This is
look at all the crazy people that are around us.
This is a rather wealthy planet, and there is a pretty sizable Twi'lek population because everybody wants to have, staff that are Twi'lek because, they're either scary looking or sexy looking. That's the 2 types of Twi'leks you get.
They come in 2 flavors. Okay.
So there's like a solid 14% of the population that's Twi'lek on this planet.
Okay. And so I'm going to reach out to ones I have a connection to as close as possible.
Ooh, what are you going to ask?
I'm just going to let them know that I'm coming and I would love to see them. And I understand that there is something special going on. I have very vague information because I'm in space. I don't even know what's happening about a parade or something for Life Day. And I wanted to find out if I could attend that with them. What are their plans for this?
And basically, a couple of your contacts are like, "Oh, you have to come to our house and celebrate Life Day, yada yada." And from what you're hearing from the small collective of friends, most of the Twi'leks stick to this little blue squared area over here. Hang on, just so you can notice. The blue blends in really well.
Yeah,
there's basically they're kept to live away from most of the wealthy areas, which is pretty much most of the map, and have their own basically like burgs, like in New York, where certain groups stick to themselves or are told to stick to themselves, but yet they want to come. You want to come and work and look pretty and do what they do because someone's got to do the actual work.
What?
Okay. So the route is from the red to the green and then back to the red?
It's from the green to the red, and then according to what you've been shown, the route ends. You're not exactly sure where it ends, but it ends in that area.
It ends in the red area?
Yeah. And you said this guy's a what? He's the
planet's governor.
Governor. Okay.
It probably has like a ramp or a elevator that the vehicle will go down to a safe, ridiculously secure location.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So that's what our bounty hunter's doing. Is she's making a bunch of phone calls and getting a bunch of invites to Life Day dinner.
I mean, it's
Just gonna-
family.
You're going to have to plan this whole route where you're hitting each of the houses in turn and having 8 hours.
Well, you know, it's a rough thing, but you know, family.
Family.
That's right. Who needs guns when you have family?
Diesel does it with cars.
Wait, Vin Diesel does it with cars?
Yeah,
And-
because Vin Diesel's shtick in the Fast and Furious thing is family.
That sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah, so you never really
Only when
see
it's the VW.
see Vin Diesel actually pick up a gun. He kills people with cars instead.
Did Kelly get the Mallrats joke and nobody else, or was it just not worth laughing at?
I got it.
I totally got it. Like the backseat of a Volkswagen.
David keeps stopping his typing, keeping us all on edge.
He's trying to keep us in suspense, and it's working.
Okay, so is anybody else doing anything special?
Not
Sin
really.
might let you use the communications array.
Cleaning my guns.
Is that a metaphor?
Is your gun's name Vera?
Maybe. It was just cleaning it. It went off.
Cal's just keeping an eye on the ship and familiarizing himself so that he knows, when we start making improvements, he knows, like where the hard points are, and getting the idea of, okay, this ship, here's the quirks that he need to know about.
He's talking to
Yeah.
the ship in Wookiee. On it gently.
All right. So you're looking at setting up a spot for a sniper attack. So I can definitely see it.
I don't
potentially
have to sit in that spot. I'm just saying that I could potentially sit in that spot.
Is that a high spot that allows plenty of visual to the roads that we can tell or know?
You'll find out when you get there.
The other concern is, as we just heard, there's lots of little protector droids floating around him. So I could sit up there taking shots all day long.
Sure.
And not get through. So we need to come up with, if I'm going to take the shot, we need to come up with a way to take care of those first.
Kelly had an idea.
Massive explosion.
Yeah.
Well,
if you can take out a whole bunch of them because they're sacrificing themselves to save Dude Face, then you can shoot in the meantime.
Explosion may work. I would
explosion
also
on the route, opening shots. Opening.
Well, we could do more than one. We could cause an explosion on the route, either behind or in front of his path, and that might draw some of them away. And then one actually on the.
Here's the deal, though. If we do an explosion, then we've alerted them. Then I need to basically take the shot right then and there, because party's over. It's not like they're going to continue having a parade. What if Cal? I mean, are these droids typically a hive mind? I don't know. If they're a hive mind, could Cal hack them and disable them?
They're independent, I think. They're not a droid. They're more of what they call a remote. They're like a real simple device with like a single programming.
Yeah, think of it as Luke's targeting, probe that he's attacking. The little goes.
Yeah, with like a little shield.
Well, then, how susceptible are they to a massive ion blast?
Just like any other droid, you could probably take them out like that.
So if we if we manufacture a very large ion blast and target his vehicle with enough, radius to take out his private little shield guys, then hopefully that should give you, not only should it disable the vehicle, hopefully, but primarily the little shield guys.
So I've got just one chance to make that shot.
I still like the. I want to follow up. I mean, yes, they're little remotes, but still a remote should be. Is there a way of just uploading new instructions to them?
Basically, slice them.
That is something that is possible. Do you have a way of getting into the governor's mansion where he keeps his private security? This is the follow-up question.
Does he like Twi'leks?
Right. So that's it. That was where I was trying to get to is what would be needed. So we get the.
You would have to physically interact with it. You don't have Wi-Fi. And these are probably with him the second he walks out of his front door. Because they're basically softball-sized droids with little shield projectors.
Yeah, they're dumb droids.
Yeah, they're not super intelligent. They're just simple machines that are there to take a hit.
And he has a whole bunch of.
I mean, they're cheaper than stormtroopers. And they can take more hits than a stormtrooper, I think, too.
They only take one hit each to die. They either, I think, upgrade or they take the hit and die or something like that.
Yep.
As much as I'd like to see BD blow things up, I'm looking for ways of how can we take them, make them stand down without making it so that Grix has one shot.
Yeah, pretty much these droids, from what you guys have witnessed, because none of you are really big droid heads, not even your droid, is pretty much you'd have to shoot these things down or blow them up.
Exploding droids is not as fun as exploding meat bags. The colors aren't as pretty.
It's true. They just spritz sparks and go down. Organics make beautiful rain clouds of all different colors of the rainbow. BT will explain to you that there's color in organics guts than in saber convention ever.
Guys are so goddamn random. It makes me laugh.
But
so, Kopesh,
an explosion. Huh?
Is there anything you're doing before you guys get there?
Yes.
He's typing out
I posted it.
So you'll be sending a communication?
Yeah.
To the governor himself?
Yeah, well, yes.
Okay. So the question is, what skill is it that you're using?
Typing a letter?
Deception so that your email gets, actually read?
Probably, yeah, because that's my bigger thing.
Okay, let's see if your random HoloNet message actually gets to the governor and gets to the right people. I mean,
well, he did say Lord Kopesh, so maybe intimidation.
He did say. Go ahead and give me a deception roll.
All right. I will do that. I'll give you a point even, just to help you out.
That. I've got an upgrade in there for you.
Ready?
Yep.
All right.
2 threats.
Oh, man.
But 2
Okay.
success.
So 2 success, you of course get a immediate response. Obviously, whatever attaché was reading the letter was impressed with the Lord Kopesh part. And immediately you get VIP parking permit, as well as an invite, Lord Kopesh, to ride with the governor. Yes, I'm being liberal with your extra success and your two. That as a honorable Lord of the Sith, that you will be able to ride with the governor. And by ride with the governor, I totally mean ride with the lieutenant governor in the vehicle behind.
That's okay.
We can work with that.
And of course, you're asked to immediately identify which landing pad your ship will be and when will you be arriving. And by the way, those big round things on the map, those are totally landing pads.
Yeah, okay.
Of course, they go up for dozens of levels, so. Feel free to put where you guys want to land.
That was me, by the way.
No. Yeah, that sounds fine. We can.
And are there any special needs that you have? Because you never know what Sith Lord.
So many special needs.
All right, so there. No. I will find my way to the accommodations as you see fit.
All right, so Cal rigs up a EMP grenade, which Kopesh takes on the platform with him and detonates out the droids, leaving me open to take the shot. BT, you will be stationed on the route, and your job...
She's coughing right now, but she'll be along shortly.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, so I can look up. Yes,
I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't know so much of me carrying anything more than just being me. If we can lob it or launch that would be. I mean, it would be kind of weird. Sith running around with a grenade or explosive device.
This is my hubcap shit.
So BT,
I mean, they expect
your job
on a Sith, but
your job is to lob the grenade. Cal, your job is to hack the vessel and fry its electronics, making it stop.
Now the question is, how is he going to do that?
I don't know. He's the mechanic. I let him figure it out.
It's a car that's being driven.
Yeah, but today's car electronics that you can remotely hack.
Back just came on.
I had accidentally hit my silent and then took it off. Was it me that did that?
No, I don't think it was.
No, I thought it was because there who's speaking with that was Golda. So
yeah, I don't know. I didn't see.
I'm trying to make her come on, man.
I mean,
I didn't dunk on her, so I think.
what I'm thinking is, like I'll say if it was me,
But it is now is the important thing. Okay, so you're coming up with a plan now to have these EMP grenades. What are you using in the trippies? I mean, it totally sounds like Cal's gonna have to make a mechanics roll.
Yeah, I don't have an EMP device.
I 100% not.
Nope. EMP's not my thing.
Nope.
This was a beautiful plan. We are hacking base components.
I mean, it's totally a thing.
Hey, at this point, we're just coming up with the plan. We can work on getting the components later.
Well, you'll be at 6 o'clock the morning of the parades.
with my knowledge of to give him pluses?
Sure, give him a blue dice.
So I will assist, because I want to help like the thing go boom.
Okay.
Because you're the one that's going to be throwing the electromagnetic grenade and you don't want it to.
Yeah.
She will hopefully have the advantage in the roll to make sure to negate herself in the. Okay, so Cal, what are you doing?
Apparently, I'm looking through spares on the ship to see what kind of build a device out of, and
build some kind of EMP device without the proper say.
That doesn't have the proper component.
I mean, yeah, you can totally take parts of the hyperdrive apart, but then again, that may be. Do you have the cool talent tree thing that lets you salvage parts something without damaging it?
I
forgot the name of it.
Yeah,
I forget.
At my tree. Hold on, let me find
for
the mechanics role he's going to be shortly.
Oh, well, because because we just happened to find in the corner. What about?
Sadly, too late. I mean, after all, he could think he created the proper device to go along with this plan, so.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to avoid that. But that's okay. That's why we're going to have to this, like an onion.
That's right. Or like an ogre.
See, that's why I place myself close to Pinocchio.
Go. Plus, we should do this when he's somewhere around this area so that he's not.
I was thinking on the turn because that slows things down in a corner.
Yeah, even there's fine, but I'm just thinking somewhere up along that part of the route, not near the beginning or the end.
Right, but if you're at that spot, you got a parking garage in the way, potentially. You got or landing pad area, so there's a small window.
So Cal, do you have anything that'll give you any bonuses?
Give me a second. I'm looking. Unfortunately,
that's my thought is
the PDF that's generated by August
right there.
And say for any of these, it says go to here's where you find the description. I'm like, oh great. In the actual app it tells you. So I'm like, okay, now I need to look.
Specialization you.
All right, now I'm looking at redundant systems.
Oh no, I mean, which tree are you?
Mechanic. Yes, specialization mechanic.
I mean, because if I position myself more over here, oops. If I position myself like more like right there, that gives me a pretty clear shot to just about there.
Mm-hmm. It helps. There's a web page where it's got the actual. That makes life easier. It's actually legible.
Yeah, so I have redundant systems with an easy mechanics check. I can harvest components from a functioning device to repair a broken one without breaking the functioning one.
Aha, so you need.
Yes.
Like my dark side points getting spent in something else then.
Huh. An easy roll, and one of the things that I have has a modifier where I take off a black die when I'm rolling mechanics.
Give me a mechanics check against a single upgraded dice. So one red. connected. Oh, there we go. Skype.
EMP, use something up to dissuade, So, I mean, we got several of you that can, potentially work that.
Yeah, so, BT is going to be good at throwing the grenade, but then once the grenade is thrown, the extraction is going to be an issue. So BT will need assistance from Cal and Sin to get off the street after throwing a grenade.
This is a good sounding plan, I'm hearing.
Yep. These are all sounding like worthy things that could actually happen for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm happy that and I'm looking through my talents to think of other things that might help out. My bad motivator talent might come in handy.
The bad motivator talent?
Yeah, basically once per game session, I can make a bad motivator action to make a mechanics check. If successful, one device, subject to GM's approval, spontaneously fails, either due to my involvement or because it was about to fail anyway and I noticed it.
I mean, I think that sounds great.
He clearly points out where some maintenance has not been done and
Yes.
Nice.
It's a fun talent.
Yeah.
That would also be super handy for us.
I was thinking, it's like, you know what? Some of the, if the upkeep on the governor's car hasn't been done and he just gets stranded,
So here's another thought for you is basically contingency plan. If the grenade fails and we don't manage to knock out the droids, you sink it so that when I take my shot, the one droid that would have blocked my shot fails.
Yeah.
Now, technically, the shield drones are engaged to the target, so you do just need to make sure you have advantages to activate the blast quality. All of them. Just going to totally throw that one out. There's mine for the day.
Yeah, definitely. I figured that.
Yep.
Wookiee has salvaged the parts and burned my dark side point that I used. Look at that. How tricky that.
Well done. Well done.
So let's do a less difficult mechanics check than what it was. With BT giving you a die there.
All right. Are we ready?
Darn it.
Wow.
I inhaled and buzzed. Okay, so go ahead and take your shot there. As you try to you have a great EMP grenade ready to go. What would you like for those two advantage? You can totally say to realize that the grenade will not go off properly. What?
I would like to, use that to realize it isn't really good.
I will give you that you're just like, you're at the community table, you put the EMP grenade on the table, it's good to go. And then for the two advantage, you kind of spot that there's some kind of corrosion that the grenade is not going to look like. You second guess your work.
Yeah. Best I could do with what equipment we've got, what we've got in here, but I don't think this is going to work.
Okay.
It's a good use of two advantage rather than going in there with a weapon that's not reliable that you think it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that next time when we're in somewhere we can do it, let's actually buy some EMP grenades so we just have some.
Yeah, if we had more time, we'd have that. All right. So what else does everybody else have to contribute? We're gonna do it between the two boxes there on the map.
Okay, and pretty much at that exact moment, the hyperdrive gives you the beep, 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 to let you know that it's time to come out of hyperdrive in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds great.
Okay, so your assassination attempt is going to take place right there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys pop out of hyperspace, and I'm assuming Lord Kopesh is sending the signal so we can get some preferential treatment.
Yep.
Okay, Kopesh sends his signal.
Private
You're given
landing pad there.
a VIP trip to come into the planet. You know, very little military escort, very little weapon scanning. You're allowed to go straight to your landing pad, a very nice casual drive. As you can see, there's lots of streamers hanging off of buildings. There's inflatable balloons floating around. There's, Imperial droids floating around with signs that, streamers that have the Imperial flag and saying Happy Life Day. It's kind of ironic, but it works.
It works for them.
And you guys get a good kind of bird's eye view flying, realizing that there's some coverage that obviously is coming from like a lift down below. And over here, you're pretty sure that there's multiple ramps that go down and lifts in this area. That's how he's disembarking. There's the right over here aerial base. The occasional fighter flying. There's clearly an Imperial military presence in the sky in regards to probe droids, big and small. The teeny tiny ones that look like the mini version of a Viper droid, and then the big Viper droid looking ones.
It's pretty huge, though.
Well, it's not to scale.
Oh, okay. Just like, holy cow.
Like it's War of the World size, man.
Right?
Dun, 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 dun. That's what you needed to build, was a couple giant Star Destroyer sized ones of those guys.
Right.
Not some Death Star.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, the Death Star is pretty cool. It just keeps breaking down.
Right.
I mean,
All
heck,
right.
that thing got around fast, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys got your VIP treatment to get to park there with your clearance on your parking. So just for personal reference, how far up are you parking? There's like 12 floors of parking. Did you pick one closer to the ground or one closer to the sky?
Probably closer to the sky, or this walkway, or whatever this is.
I would assume with you that we were closer to the sky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for, a quick getaway.
So if you're going for closer to the walkway, then about 3/4 of the way up will do.
If it's 3/4, we'll go a couple levels up, so he can walk down to it. That's fine.
Okay. And BT, are you going to heal yourself up, by the way? I mean, before I shoot you, I figured I'd say that.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, so you guys have like an hour or two to get ready before the parade starts. The people are starting to fill up the streets. Everybody's doing the Life Day celebration with, the different food and drinks that everyone enjoys for Life Day.
And I make my way over to wherever they gave me directions to meet.
Okay, well, they'll totally have you picked up as a VIP, picked up in one of the luxury rental cars that they have.
Sure.
It's a ridiculous droid that looks at you and smiles while driving, not looking at the
road. So,
I just had visions of Johnny Cab.
Right?
I was thinking more along the lines of the pilot in the old Disney Star Wars ride.
Yeah. Yep. Actually, he's apparently in the new Imperial ride.
Oh,
from what I understand, or in the bar somewhere. Oh no, he's a DJ in the bar.
In the God, I forgot what the name of the place is. In
Yeah.
the one in Anaheim.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's a DJ in there.
I mean, there is the glorious Star Wars history of recycling droids into bars. Okay, so you guys, you've split the party in such beautiful ways.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Okay, so Kopesh gets taken over by the assistant governor, the lieutenant governor. Basically, Kopesh's hand is shook by many people if he's willing to shake hands.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, and they basically explain to you that you'll be in the vehicle with the lieutenant governor and 2 other VPs of industry, yada yada. They look like a bunch of wealthy humanoids. And they will be following closely behind the governor's vehicle. So close, you can see his every wrinkle in his eyes.
So I don't get to meet the impressive man?
You'll be meeting him shortly when his vehicle arrives.
Okay.
He's very much looking forward to meeting a Dark Lord of the Sith. I mean, there's only like 200 of them in this galaxy at this time.
Right, well.
So, Jim, I'm going to be taking the time before the parade actually starts to go scope out a good perch somewhere in this general area that gives me a vantage point of that stretch of road.
Okay, so when you do say this, are you saying you're going out there with your rifle or without your rifle?
Oh, I am totally going without my rifle. I'm not just going to wander around with my rifle so that everybody can see me.
Okay, just checking. There is a security presence there. As the occasional droid goes bloop 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 bloop.
I'm also trying to monitor if there are patrol patterns, so that I can make my way through.
In that case, sounds like you're doing some stuff there.
Oh yeah.
I like stuff. So go ahead and give me either perception or vigilance.
I'm going to go with perception.
I figured you would, and I've got your upgrade in there.
And here we go.
Oh.
So you're not seeing any pattern. You're thinking possibly they've got these probed random algorithm that's probably some kind of weird mathematical equation. Probably based on threat assessment. That's not an actual pattern that you quite make out.
But actually they're right on sync, like to the second. But
So for those 4 advantage, maybe I can find a small crawlway or alleyway or some kind of small path that they're just altogether avoiding.
Okay, so I will give that to you for 3. How about that? You still have 1 to play with.
What a bargain.
So that 1...
You could always save that for your stealth roll when you have a weapon with you.
I will save it for a stealth roll when I have a weapon with me. We've seen how I've been rolling on stealth rolls, so even with my ridiculously talented stealth roll, I still have not been rolling well. So
I put a little blue dot on your token there.
Is it somewhere like around there or where?
So yeah, pretty much around here you found an under walkway. So where there's the nice little walkways and levels, there's a convenient little spot where you could just dip down and crouch under and basically be between the foot of one walkway and the ceiling of the other walkway.
Nice.
That will give you a nice little good spot for stealthing there. Basically,
just to sneak in.
Basically, a solid blue dice as well as the blue dice that you have bonus set up there because you did the whole, Jason Bourne scout out. Okay, so what is BT, Sin, and Cal doing?
So I went and I met with a couple people and let a couple people know that I'd be coming by later, in the blue section over here that you had commented on. And then I talked to them about, like, where are they? Are they going? I have a goal for reaching out while we were in hyperspace. Who was going there on the route?
Most of them are all in this area. It's almost like they gave the lesser important people the very tail end of the.
Okay, so I'm going to be over there
with a bunch of other Twi'leks, totally wanting to make sure you try some of the local delicacies.
100. Like, you people are so nice to me. I love coming to visit you.
As it's everybody's like, and this too could be you, children, if you want to dedicate yourself to a career. I knows how many Twi'lek you've saved as a recovery gig, as opposed to a bounty hunting gig.
Yes, of course, Uncle. And that is my standard answer whenever somebody's like, you kids today, you should be doing this. You got a job. Yes, Uncle.
And what about BT and Cal?
Well, normally people don't really want to leave me on my own. I
think that's why Cal's silent.
I would be with one of you guys.
If you want to be with me, I have invited you to stay with me. And like, not like you're my companion. We're friends.
Please do not give the children
when I go to visit people, if you come with me, this is.
Except that when the parade, we need to be somewhere along the road.
Yeah. So where's Cal gonna be? Because ideally, I'll be.
Yeah, because I trust BT to stay on mission.
If it's an opportunity to blow shit up, yeah.
Yeah.
But I can get a little aggressive.
And so, Cal, my suggestion to you was that you would be close by BT to help in BT's escape after throwing that grenade.
Right. I figure that I'm going to be over here. Well, no, that isn't where I was told we were going to be. I was told we're going to be over there.
Hey, you can always try mingling with another crowd. That's not a problem.
Well, I'm once we get in place and everybody starts drinking and walking and talking, I'm going to try to move myself so that I'm more over here. So I'm between this and where they are.
Okay.
That's my plan is to mosey, kind of sidle.
So you guys are setting up for your mission as intended. Things seem to be going well. I mean, it's annoying as hell. Like if you've been to the Rose Bowl parade, the crowds, especially when BT's trying to get close to the road and there's people that have already been staking out areas, not wanting some pushy little droid to muscle in until all of a sudden they see the very large Wookiee standing behind the droid.
Turns out they got plenty of space right here.
Well, that's probably a good idea because I would have gotten frustrated and probably started electrocuting some of them.
So, Cal, been pretty quiet. Do me a favor and give me a vigilance. You're in the kill zone. Your little kill box that y'all have picked. Obviously, you're showing Grix how to do a perception check. So not only are you just blatantly noticing there's there's security there in a pretty sense, there's government, the local there, as well as the occasional pair of Sith soldiers. So there is a fairly strong police and military presence here. Before I say any more, it's like specifically for that advantage or that big-ass triumph. Jeff with a big-ass triumph.
It might be cool for that trying to be used later when we're trying to do our assassination.
Yeah, sorry, my head was talking.
We're just being rude and talking over you.
We figured it was the case, so we were giving you some filler.
Yeah, similar. Like when I was placing myself, Gunter was had some good ideas. I'm like, yeah, that's then guys.
We silently were in agreement with you.
I was. That's why I was.
Maybe finding a inconspicuous spot, kind of place yourselves and lob stuff.
Yeah, I think the use for the BT and my escape later, but I can use like the success for I'm looking basically for anything that's going to help out Rick's having a shot.
Okay, so you kind of conveniently do that. You little tassel up, so it gives you the wind marker for your need, and you find with that triumph a droid and type of little entrance to the sub-basement walkway that would totally provide you in a below-ground escape route out of sight. If shit hits the fan, these specious bastards who run this place, that would be a great place to dive down to.
I will point that out to
Picking up.
Yeah, you went in and out.
Yeah, I heard a lot of reverb on the
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weren't me. I was muted.
And so I'm going to let BT know where the escape lands, so that when the shit does hit the fan, we're both in, moving in sync.
Excellent.
So there's just one question that I don't think has been addressed. We don't have an EMP. How are we taking down the shield bots? Are we planability?
I thought that was our idea, but we were worried. Just gotten feedback that from his role that it was not a done deal.
Well, yeah.
Well, I do have
a regular grenade with the blast would take out a bunch of stuff too.
Yeah, and
yeah,
I
and
have ion grenades.
BT a chance to throw a grenade, which she'll enjoy.
Yeah, you know her so well.
Through war to.
Yes, I have ion.
Now just remember that is not big on shooting our missile at your target.
Well, I could go with the Nova Plasma Grenade.
You totally can. I'm just saying. You're on a crowded city street with people with clear. If you shoot a rocket, you're obviously going to be seen by dozens of people saying, "The droid did it!"
Yeah, but if you lob it up and down, it'd be hard to tell exactly where
I
that
do
came
have
from.
ion grenade. No, I have plasma grenades. I don't have an ion grenade.
So you kind of lob it, kind of like R2 did with the lightsaber. You kind of lob it
Yeah.
up, so it lobs up and drops. People, if you're kind of behind the crowd in an inconspicuous spot, all of a sudden it just kind of comes sky, nobody really noticing, potentially.
And that moment, as you guys are all on comms discussing it, the camera swipes over to Lord Kopish as he's being introduced to the governor. This very rotund, receding hairline, slightly graying human walks up, and you notice he clearly has force shield probes floating around him. He's got a pair of some kind of fancy-looking robots with staffs. One could almost say they're basically the old version of Magnards, because they totally are. And he got his very large ringed hand doing the Roman wave. You're getting this totally like Caesar vibe, as he's waving to the crowd and thanking everyone for their efforts. Thank you for your efforts. This life day would not happen if it wasn't for you all. He's going literally like along this line of people waiting, the queue to see him, and he's shaking hands and patting people, giving everybody those pleasantries that you expect as he comes down the line. Lieutenant Governor, of course, finishes his conversation with you and points over to the governor who, as he comes in, says, "Ah, Lord Kopesh, I am sorry to say that I was not familiar with your name, but my attaché said that you and I should become fast friends. Are you going to reside on my planet for a while?"
I'm just visiting in a short period because of the grand parade that I hear that you place. That I can be quite beneficial, and it is a great pleasure to meet your acquaintance as I give a deep bow to him, give him little pleasantries up his ass.
And as you do this deep he kind of looks at everyone like, how impressed am I that this Dark Lord of the Sith is bowing to me? And he's like, "Lord Kopesh, we are friends. There's no need to bow." And he kind of like tries to put a familiar hand on your shoulder and kind of steer you towards the vehicles that are up ahead.
We'll take it.
As he's, "So, Lord Kopesh, after the parade, please promise me that you'll join me at my table for dinner tonight."
It would be my pleasure to discuss some business and opportunities.
Excellent. And he kind of looks back at one of the droids and says, "Make sure to tell my attaché that Lord Kopesh will be at the seat of honor." Kind of looks across you at the Lieutenant General and says, "Is everything ready for the parade? We should be starting shortly." "No?" And the Lieutenant Governor's like, "Sir, it's everything is as planned, sir. The children should be finishing the breakfast raffle, and they should be joining you on your lift shortly." And pretty much at that moment, you see like a lift pop up near the vehicles, and like 10 little younglings come running off with some nanny bot, shuffling them towards the governor's vehicle.
Kids are there.
About 10 little younglings. The governor says, "These youngling brats won this lottery that the lieutenant governor did for getting to fist with planetary staff, which one of my attaches with these brats. But they will, of course, be at the dinner too on a different floor, so you needn't worry about being bothered by them."
I nod at him. Well, wonderful. Such good things you do here.
As he leans forward in front of Lord Kopesh to look at his lieutenant governor, and he says, "And these children were sanitized, correct? They're not going to give me anything, will they?" And the lieutenant governor, you can hear the eye roll as he's like, "Yes, they were all vaccinated a week prior to the event, and we're cleaning after you."
Are they riding with you in your vehicle?
Yes. My staff thought it would make me look like a man of the people if I had these assorted shoes.
That's a lot to manage on your own there.
As he kind of gestures forward for you to come with him ahead of the crowd, as he just adjusts pretty rings that are way too big and gaudy. He says, "And besides, I was also advised by my security personnel it will reduce the chance of any assassination attempts by the local rabble."
Ah, quite clever.
Yes, apparently at least 2 of the younglings were picked from amongst prisoners to make sure that nothing unforeseen would happen to me, of course. And the children get fed and sanitized and vaccinated. So that's good for the rest of us.
Every time I hear sanitized, like my back goes.
So, you're expecting trouble?
No. The Imperial presence here is completely accepted by most of the people who are important. And you know what that means. The money. The money likes the Empire immensely.
Okay.
But there may
I just want to make sure that you're safe.
Oh, yes. I've been guaranteed, along with my beautiful, and he kind of reached out and touches one of the shield probes and pulls it in and kind of gives it this like very cute pet touch and releases it to float back in its position. My darlings will make sure no fools with blasters try to take any stray shots at me. And besides, my vehicle has some extra surprises if anything like that does happen.
Hmm.
But you shouldn't be concerned. The lieutenant governor's vehicle has some of the same security measures. If you feel that you are in danger, you can have a static shield activated to protect from blaster fire.
Very nice.
Fancy.
As he of course gets up to the vehicle and opens the door so little stairs pop out, and he gives this nice, very rotund bow back to you, Lord. Lord Kopesh, I wish we could ride together, but unfortunately I have any kind of, you see these kids playing and wrestling in the backseat of the car. Just, shakes his head. As your ride is right there waiting for the lieutenant governor.
Yes. Well, good luck to you with your crowd.
Why, thank you. The people love me. I pay them to make sure they love me. Today, everyone was given a free paid day off for Life Day.
Yes. No, that's I trust that, but wow, a vehicle full of kids. Bless you.
My medical
May the
droid
force be with you.
will be the first one to see me
no.
to make sure I have not contracted anything.
May the force be with you, good lord.
From a dark side point of view.
Right?
Okay.
There's a force. They believe there's a force, so yeah.
So a couple vehicles head off. Kopesh, you definitely notice that there's a big probe droid
Jesus. I'm just kidding.
Right?
We've already been there.
that kind of hovers within blasters, range, around his vehicle. It kind of tries to stick to the shadow of buildings so it's out of sight, but it totally is locked on to his location and following him. And Lieutenant Governor offers you to get in the vehicle. Of course, offers you refreshments with this weird look of, I don't know how you're going to drink it, but here you go.
I politely decline.
As he just says, please take your seat. The parade is already in full swing, and we should be getting the green light to join shortly. Little time pauses. Everybody's getting into position.
Yep.
Grix, are you going to get your weapon?
Oh, yeah. I was actually itching for the moment to say, yes, I'm going to grab my rifle.
As Grix goes running back to do your thing to get your weapon and slightly conceal it in some way.
Yep.
So you got 2 for your stealth to get back to your hiding spot with your weapon. And apparently an upgrade. Somebody's making sure he's getting into position.
Yeah. Well, he's been burnt lately. So.
Yep. All right. Are you ready for me?
I am ready. As you're seeing the occasional looky-loo and some people looking out of buildings.
Holy
Occasional probe droids going in its circuit that you apparently remembered like nothing flat.
All right. There. Okay. Good. That was a worthy stealth roll.
So what
so
would
he was
you
really
like?
concentrating this time.
Mm-hmm. What would you like for those 4 advantages?
We're gonna throw a blue to BT and a blue to Kopesh.
Okay, so you're giving them affirmations of you got your rifle in your position.
Yep.
Totally making them feel comfortable.
Sweet.
It was BT and Kopesh, not Cal.
So how is your stealth giving Kopesh a blue? Totally letting you have it. I just want to, sweat you for it.
So, yeah, again, because he knows I'm in position, ready to make the shot. And so that puts him a little bit at ease. And because of it, he's going to perform better on his next action.
Okay, I like that. That's a good one.
The plan's falling into place.
I love it when a plan goes together.
Exactly.
Dun dun
exactly.
dun.
Right?
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun da da da. I'm totally sneaking around, grabbing a map
Except-
for a road because I
Except
know
we're the A+ team, though.
Damn straight.
Not just the A team. We're the A+ team.
Right, we're better than those chumps.
Right?
Okay, so you guys get to this like super chill time waiting with the parade doing its thing, and you're seeing all kinds of cool Life Day groups. You know, there's the different societies that are coming and having their, you know, choice groups going on doing their thing.
So just say. So I do got to say, though, we do have a Murdoch in the group, but, you know, if you remember the show.
Uh-huh.
I think
Trash bags. I want trash bags.
the psycho dude,
Yep.
that's BT.
BT is your Murdoch.
Yes, I am.
So
Okay.
that would make Cal BA. Because he pities the fool.
I do.
Right?
I pitied a fool.
And I guess that makes me face.
Right? Yeah.
No, I think that would be the Twi'lek right now.
Yeah, probably
She's
now.
got the charm.
No,
You're-
she's that blonde chick that was always helping the A team because she's not really like part of the team yet, right?
True, she hasn't committed, so. Oh my gosh. Anywho, sorry for that diversion. Squirrel.
So as the parade is doing its thing and you guys are slowly moving forward, Kopesh kind of senses that you're just about in position.
Yeah, and with that, I committed dice to my sense power.
Okay, your sense power is blowing up because these streets are ridiculously packed. It's like the Macy's Day Parade. It's not
Right.
like
And,
this
I mean-
map here that's empty with just a vehicle. It's actually packed with people. You know, you've got younglings reaching over the rails to try to, you know, touch somebody.
Yep. But yeah, that's got my upgrade stuff for combat. So, and while we're riding, I'm like chit-chatting with the lieutenant governor, and I'm asking, you know, small talk, and just out of a concern for the governor, you know, security, some base security questions, not getting too over intrusive, but just kind of a few comments to maybe see if he loosens up.
Interesting. Give me a charm for that.
Deception.
I'll take a deception.
Okay, that's my thing. It's, you know, learning to work people and deceive and the right comments and questions, and, you know, look at that. I'm gonna be nice. I'm even gonna give you a black dice because that's the kind of guy I am. All right, we ready?
Yep, I got your upgrade in there.
All right. Oh, look at that.
Oh my. And basically the lieutenant governor, you know, obviously he's drinking your drink and his drink. So he's relaxing and getting into a good, comfortable place. I mean, after all, he's in the vehicle with a Dark Lord of the Sith. He's completely safe.
Right.
You know, not every Sith Lord is Vader choking people out. You know, usually they bring a safer, more structured galaxy to bear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what happens.
And he totally will freely flap the lip in regards to that. Yeah, the planet is very peaceful, though there have been rumors that there may have been maybe an attempt on the governor's life, but it's the usual, rumors that fly about just to be seditionists. It's not going to be a problem. The normal rabble rousers have all been locked up and arrested, so that's got that covered. But the governor has never been a man known to risk his own life when he can risk someone else's children. And he kind of gives you that.
Seems quite shrewd, I see.
He knows how to use the tools that the Empire has given him.
Mm-hmm. But you do have a very elite, tight security group around?
Well, most of our security operations are completely automated, as he points out. For you, it's been obvious, probe droid that's been watching, that the local Imperial security monitors everything and records all the footage for future prosecution in the future. And they are very, very good at following through on that. They have a 98.7% arrest rate and conviction.
Very nice.
However, as one loyal member of the Empire to another, I wouldn't trust their interrogation techniques, because we all know everyone breaks under interrogation.
Sure.
I mean, yeah.
And of course, I'm hot micing through all this stuff with my earbud, so.
Okay, so just as the camera swipes from your guys' conversation, where he's totally lulled into your conversation, we see here that BT and Cal, Sin's off a distance away, but I want her on the map anyway.
Yep.
See the car coming with the governor waving, and he's constantly like rubbing a youngling on the head to make it look like they're friends. And then he points out something to one of the children to be important to them, and like half the kids all lurch to one side of the vehicle, so it does like a slight bob. As the vehicle starts coming up on you guys, what do you see? The back half of the vehicle here, basically from here back, it's open floor plan with a little U-shaped seat, and he's standing up, and he's got his 4 little shield droids doing their thing, and he's got these 10 younglings just running around him, cheering and screaming.
Yeah, but what about the shield? The
shield droids are hovering a little higher than shoulder height above him, so that way the younglings aren't a problem.
Okay, I am going to.
This is when we put BT in a
evil chuckle.
I'm game for whatever, so.
I was kind of hoping it's like maybe that we could have like a distraction, like in another part of the city. But you know what? Can I do a stealth and then throw? Like, try to be unobtrusive about lobbing the grenade?
I will totally give you that. I mean, you can try. That's always an option.
Right?
Ah.
It's the 60 part.
I didn't get there quick enough.
I know. I was like.
Okay.
You got him engaged. I was hoping to.
Should we be rolling their initiative?
Not yet. I mean, because pretty much you guys all said you were tag teaming it, that she would throw the grenade, then you would shoot, right?
Yep.
And then we find out what Cal.
I almost want to time it so that while she's throwing the grenade, I'm taking the shot, so there's not a lot of time between the two.
Okay, I mean, if you guys want to roll initiative, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Make sure you use your vigilance initiative.
On combat.
Or actually, you could use your cool, because this is your plan.
Yeah.
So we were supposed to roll cool?
If you're good with
it's the same, it doesn't matter.
If you're good with that roll, you can keep it.
we're just rolling vigilance, right? I want to make sure that I'm doing the
cool.
right thing.
Cool.
If they're the same, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me they're the same.
Same here.
I've got 3 green or 2 yellow.
Go for the 3.
I would trust
go
the
for the 2 yellow.
Go for the 2 yellow.
It gives you more opportunity for cool stuff. Remember, you're on the combat tab.
Oh, I was on the wrong tab.
Yeah, under the initiative section.
Combat. Okay, found it.
Check something.
You need to.
There you go. That's me.
So we now have 1 per 2 minutes. Looks like.
That was because I rolled the wrong thing there.
No, there's 5 characters. And,
There's 5, right?
Because he removed one already.
Yeah, I just deleted
Oh,
the
okay.
lowest one. And apparently, I just have a cat that just came over and sat down.
Aw.
Apparently, Captain Anu is a PC.
But his initiative did not get up on the. No, his initiative came up as a PC.
Yeah,
That's funny.
What?
He's at the bottom there, 1-1.
Yeah. That's funny. You have him. You click the PC button instead of the NPC button. Oh, there you go. You got a name now. Cap. Boy, you didn't even give him the grace of being a capital captain.
Nope. He gets very little. Ooh, that guy's good.
Commando. Tell him to put some pants on.
Okay, so we're gonna time this, huh? So who's going first? And this is just for when the shot goes off. Then we start at the very top of the order. So don't worry about.
Well, I feel like we need Kel to go first.
BT.
No, not.
No, we
BT,
don't want
then
BT
the
going
snipe
first.
shot.
Because BT's going to start the distraction, right? BT starts the distraction and then you follow in?
I am
Yeah.
the Herald of Doom.
I would
Herald of
almost
Boom.
I would almost wait until we have 2 slots next to each other from BT's and my action to go, because I don't want any NPCs being able to react between the bomb going off and the shot being taken.
Okay. But I'm worried. I'm worried if we do something that they have this overreaction to us. I don't want that to throw off our opportunity. Can you hold action in this game?
No. That's why it kind of gives you the popcorn initiative, so that way you can just say, okay, I'll go last or next. I mean, the nice thing is you're not beholden to being in one spot.
Right.
So basically, you can take a move action, and that can be your turn. So you can the 2 of you can just move.
Yeah.
And that's your turn.
So I'm going to follow the course of the party that's flowing and just ingratiating myself with people, being friendly, but not being somebody who's starting conversations, but somebody who's just, when I hear a group start laughing, I laugh with the group and then I kind of slide around the group, and I'm trying to get from the right side of that curve, right, the upper right, to the lower left, so that I'm moving more in. You change pictures on me, so it's hard for me to.
Yeah. So
it's just I'm trying to move myself so I'm more in line with the action and closer. Yeah. I'm currently here. I'm looking at moving myself there.
closer to the getaway van.
Yep, like this is between this space right here and that space right there is where I'm trying to move myself to.
Of course, now the ship totally needs that A-Team van stripe.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so that's me. That's me.
All right. So things are proceeding. The procession is doing its thing. Obviously, we're waiting till there's two slots
Well,
together.
And I make sure that the lieutenant governor's offered another drink. I help refresh his drink for him. Kind of cheers
Yeah, just
to
like that.
the governor.
Why, thank you, my lord.
Would it make sense for me to try to bat motivate her?
That's totally up to you.
I'm asking the rest of the team.
You can definitely work your magic.
I think that it might be a good idea because then that opens the
Draws
door for
attention
BT to be more effective.
Yeah, draws
True.
attention to the vehicle if something's going on.
Okay, so I was going to do that. We went from our first PC to the second PC. I was going to do it on that 1-3. But yes, I will.
Well, no, there's three of you in a row. So if you do your thing,
It can go
Okay.
Cal, BT, then
Then I
Grix.
can go and then
yep, then Grix. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, well, let's.
music to my ears.
So what is Cal gonna do?
He is noticing that they've been rather lax on their maintenance of his car, and it's just going to break down right here.
So you look at it, and obviously the car's got a bad motivator.
It does have a bad motivator. At least that's the hope. It's I need a hard mechanics check.
See how keen you're keen out that.
Mm-hmm.
That the sound of a destiny point being spent?
It is.
That was. I was about to beat me to it.
Okay,
right.
so I've got your hard with one upgrade for you,
Okay.
not for the difficulty.
Here we go.
Rocket. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. So just as you kind of elbow BT of like, hey, car looks like it hasn't been made properly. The driver, who happens to be one of the security force captains, is driving his car and it goes bah, 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 and slowly the car floats to the ground and you hear that half second of screech as it comes down a little harder than it should be on its landing skids. And the kids are all looking around, kind of panicking, going, oh no! And the governor just has got his smile on and he's waving. And he kind of subtly taps his comm to the lieutenant governor. Of course, Kopesh totally hears his communicator turn on. And he's saying, remind me to fire the maintenance team.
Jerk.
He is.
So who's going next?
That would be BT.
Okay, so BT, you've got him within short range.
Okay, I am going to lob the ion. Okay.
Were you stealthing first? There was some discussion of that.
Yeah, but then I only get the one. I get the stealth and not the.
Gotcha.
So we're just going to go with the ranged light, and I'm flipping a point.
Okay. I've got your upgrade in there. I've also got the shield drones upgrade for their protective protocols.
And
remember,
don't forget
I
that
also
blue.
get a blue.
And you get a... Wow, 4 shield drones are really, really pain in the ass, aren't they?
We don't like them.
So let's see what happens when you take that throw.
Here we go.
What weapon are you using there?
The grenade.
Which grenade?
The ion grenade.
Okay,
that we
I
made,
just wanted to
or
make sure as you're shooting your ion grenade, which you notice the ion grenade does fly towards its target here. What does your ion grenade do?
I have no idea.
Ion.
Ion Sunder limited air. There's no
ions.
No, it doesn't have a damage for the.
Let's see.
Let me
Ion
kick
grenade.
the cat off the back of the computer.
Damage 10, crit 5, short range, 1 encumbrance, no hard points, rarity 4, blast 7, disorient 5, limited ammo 1, stun damage, droid only.
Okay, so you fire it off, and pretty much all of these droids act in unison to kind of take the shot that they see something flying in the sky towards the vehicle. I will let you pick, since you don't have enough for blast, which one took the lion's share of the explosion.
Okay, hold on. Which direction is Grix?
Grix is over this way.
Yep.
Then that one.
Okay, so all of these droids go rushing towards your attack, except for this back guy. 3 of them rush to his defense. Bastards. It still wasn't enough. And you see this shower of ion sparkles, as it kind of like he winces from the sparkles. One of the drones falls down and hits the concrete and shatters on the street side. Children start screaming. Audience people start gasping. All kinds of craziness immediately starts to ensue. Who's
Cats and dogs living together.
Mass hysteria.
Isn't it, Grix?
Pull the trigger.
So, Grix, I have 3 purple for the long range. Is there anything you have that reduces that?
I am going to be using my true aim. Gives me aiming and 2 upgrades.
Okay. His soul last shield is protecting him from his blaster shot. So I've got your blue, I've got your 2 upgrades.
That would be crippling blow.
I can breathe a sigh of relief. Cat has moved away back of the computer.
Yeah.
I was so worried he was going to rub up against the internet cord or some crap.
And you're fully ready for me?
Yep, I am fully ready for you.
Here we go.
Shit.
That's okay. That's okay, because once per session, I can actually reroll any one ranged light or ranged heavy attack. So let's go ahead and roll that way.
And I was going to say the talent, so the bodyguard talent on the shield droid, suffer 1 wound as a maneuver to upgrade the combat check against the target ally once.
Yep.
So basically it takes a hit to upgrade it.
Yeah.
Damn it. I was hoping for that triumph on there still.
Hoping that triumph would stick around.
I mean,
it was a thing of beauty.
But I will crit that bad boy.
Ooh. So you got a whole bunch of shenanigans that happened there with damage and stuff, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what is your total damage?
All right, so we're looking at 9 plus 3 for 12 plus 3 for 15. Yeah, 15.
Okay, and you're going for crit. Because, that's what one does.
You have something that downgrades your crit?
Wait, what? Who? Where?
Well, you're showing us a crit 3.
Oh, and I only got 2. Yeah, so no crit. No crit.
Okay, what would you like for those 2 advantage?
I'm going to give myself a blue.
Okay, so you have a blue.
He blew himself.
As we are now at the top of initiative, all kinds of things are happening. The crowd is freaking the hell out. You know, you hear a couple stray voices.
What happened with that one shot?
So with that one shot, he is clutching a very, very bad looking wound on his chest.
Uh-huh.
And the children are screaming. Half of them are running around in the back of the vehicle. 2 kids hop out of the vehicle. His drones are basically all destroyed at this point. They saved their master. That was their job. He is feverishly poking the panic button on his badge.
Hey, look at that. We're at the top of the order.
Yes.
I want to shoot him again.
Crowd people are like screaming and yelling. It's literally our Star Wars interpretation of the JFK shooting. One child is totally climbing out the back. The driver is like beating the control panel and he's about to push a button on the controls. Who's going next?
Me.
We're shooting him again, right?
Yeah,
Fuck
double
yeah.
tap.
Let's see if you can get him a matching hole for his head.
Right? It's going to be the same same roll.
Okay, except minus the upgrades on my end. Oh, paranoia, my friends.
Just insurance.
I gave it back to you, so there's 1 light side and 4 dark side points. Okay, take your shot. Oh.
I think there's a crit there.
So what does it look like when you assassinate the shit out of him before those 4 advantages?
So,
give us all flavor text.
Yeah, this guy was kind of a dick. So that last shot kind of, hit him in the chest somewhere. This one was me just going, fuck. Lining up the shot and just taking that one beautiful headshot that basically as it hits him, you just basically see his head snap back like a fucking rag doll as his body just basically flies backwards off of the car and lands in the middle of the street as a pool of blood starts rapidly forming under the new hole in his head.
Especially since it was a slug, too.
Yep.
Poor kids. Hopefully there's some therapists in Star Wars.
I'm sure they've been abused already, so.
Nice, Jim.
Chalk line already? All right, what's the 2-3 NPC?
Oh my lord.
That's for you, man. That's for you.
Well, look at the pretty color.
And I'm tapping BT, and we're making our way to our exit.
So yeah, we're casually, trying to
turn order, guys. Turn order.
Oh,
so needless to say, as I make the driver bubble, driver hits the button and a cool little shield pops up in the back. It looks almost like the battle droids. The little bubble shield. Totally would have been great for protecting him a minute ago.
Yep. Yeah. We have officially closed the barn door after the horses have left.
Yes.
So who's going next?
So I'm going next. I am jumping out of the vehicle. Don't know where my icon is. I don't think I made it to the map.
Nope, you're not.
But I'm running over to the vehicle, lighting my lightsaber and taking up a defensive stance, looking around.
Yes. I'm going to deflect.
Where's the threat coming from?
And I'm like, I think it came from that direction, pointing in an obscure direction.
Pointing in the different direction.
Directly 180 degrees opposite of where the bullet came from.
and away from us.
Do me a favor, because
There-
this could do
Well,
a
like if you're
thing.
south, then point west.
Give me a
Right, like you-
deception check as you're selling this to the crowd. And burnt the
I was
last
gonna do that
point.
again, man.
You
Yes, I did.
risky
Well, before you got
bastard.
Before you got to it, yes.
Okay, as you're totally doing this whole, you're here to protect the governor. You whip the weapon out. You're pointing all the security forces of the planet that are watching right now.
Oh
You
my
ready?
lord.
Yep.
There was reasons I wanted to be with the entourage. Look at that shit.
Oh, a
Holy
triumph.
shit.
Yes. Yes.
So you
Who's
are
not going
well
to trust
done,
in Sith
sir.
Lord?
totally pulling out the Sith Lord. Your cape is flapping in the breeze perfectly of the exhaust of the vehicle. The children are looking at you and they calm down. This like wash of calm goes over them. The crowd looks at you, and half of the crowd is calmed by the presence of a Sith warrior. The other half is terrified into silence. It goes either way.
Oh, hey, Jim.
Yeah.
Before, just really quick, you said a slug through his head. That's not quite accurate, because if you look carefully at what weapon I'm using, it's actually the sniper blaster rifle I got from.
Yeah, I noticed that. I thought you were using your
It's a blaster bolt.
that's
through the
okay.
head.
Yeah.
In confusion, I'm misdirecting and making people forget what they thought they saw. So
What would you like to use your triumph for? I already know what you're gonna say, but I gotta ask.
pretty much like I just kind of explained. Everybody follows my misdirection and their memory gets confused, and they're like, it did come from that direction.
And immediately a bunch of probe droids come flying out of nowhere and heading the direction you're gesturing. Security forces two Marines go running off into an alley in that general direction.
Did you see that Trandoshan that threw that grenade?
Nice.
Then a Trandoshan baker comes out of his shop and goes, "What? I didn't do anything."
He
Okay.
goes down like Willy Lump Lump.
So we will totally montage, with the exception of Kopesh.
Isn't there a pastry called a bomb, though? I'm serious.
The bomb?
Maybe.
So everyone, with the exception of Kopesh, who now is in center stage, safely, because you guys already had your escape plan, safely takes off and gets back to the ship. What?
All casual-like.
What does Kopesh do?
Wow. I go back to the lieutenant
After
governor.
misdirecting, he just slips into the crowd and goes back to the ship.
Is there any kind of like important security force people or something that came up to deal with him or anything?
Oh yeah, there's a buttload of Marines that show up that secure the area. A couple, droids come back from their search of where you sent them. They came up with nothing.
So I will, whoever seems to be in charge of the forces, I'm like, I don't know how this happened, other than I know that the lieutenant governor wasn't paying close attention. He was drinking up in the vehicle while we were in this entourage.
That's cold. I like
How
Either
very
that
Sith
or-
of you.
Paying closer attention to his duties, this might not have happened.
I'm going to give you a blue dice because you're a Sith Lord that was there to save the governor, but give me your deception roll. As this big old dude's, taking your words in, he seems to be believing everything you're saying.
Yep.
Especially in
ready?
regards to, since you didn't roll yet, I'm totally going to burn one of mine.
Well, I can't.
I know.
I didn't have any points.
No, I meant rolled the dice yet.
Oh, great. Waiting to make sure. Got me. All right.
Waiting to
ready?
exhale. Yep.
Oh, no.
Shit.
Oh, a despair. Holy moly.
As you're talking to this, Master Chief of the Sith military, and you're playing off Sith Lordness, and you totally mention that you are Lord Kopesh. And as you're basically giving your report to one of this guy's, lower ranking Marines, he's listening in intently. And for one brief moment with your advantage, you get a moment's head start where this Master Chief pulls off his helmet and basically looks at his Marines and looks at you as you're weaving this beautiful story. And you totally hear him in that sarcastic tone that can only mean the jig is up. When you hear, some more of the local police forces and their barking dogs, trying to secure the area, looks and says, Lord, hear the air quotes. Kopesh needs to be detained because Lord Sabath would like to speak with him once she has landed on the planet. And what do you do? As the way he says that, you're definitely getting the idea that he was on comms and the local Sith Lord wants to meet this Lord Kopesh.
Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have pushed it.
I mean, remember, every camera in the city is pointed at you right now, so...
Yeah.
As soon as the local regent's Sith Lord hears that the governor's been killed and turns on the camera, there's this Sith Lord, and she's like, who's that guy?
Yeah.
Why was he Johnny on the spot again?
So your friends did tell you about the quick escape route. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So why do we think what is the reason behind this lady saying to detain him? Is
because
it
of the despair.
he looks?
It's the despair.
He
but the
generate
idea
story
is
from that.
This is the local Sith Lord in charge of this planet. She wants to know why there's a Sith on the planet that's not one of her acolytes.
That she didn't know about ahead of time. Okay.
And then he pops up on CNN standing over the dead governor's shot body.
All right. It just looks bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to understand how that worked.
That's how I'm burning the despair. This very bad thing is happening.
Generate something not productive.
Yeah.
The problem is the guy had 2 purple and a red, and I managed to spend that dark side point.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
I'll give you 1 roll before we wrap it up for the.
Yeah, I'll be like, how dare you insult me? And I kind of move my way towards where the exit is.
Okay, so are we saying you're going to do a deception, do the whole walking and talking, and then yoink! Run, or are you going to use an athletics to basically try to bolt for the hole before they can shoot you?
Athletics probably not. If anything, coordination maybe.
Okay, so basically coordination against their weapon skills or deception against their discipline.
Yeah.
So which one are you going to go for? I mean, once you tell me, I can then flip a dark side point.
Yeah. Well, because I'm going to do that anyways beforehand. So that I'll go with my better skill, which is, I think, deception. So.
Okay, so basically, this Master Chief's got his troops lined up, and they're ready to detain you, and you're just like, watch my words in my hands and not my feet.
What the hell? Watch my words in my hands, not my feet.
As he's walking towards the extraction point.
Like, let's bring this off the road here. Obviously, there's some mistake and da-da-da. And,
I could totally see Kopesh stepping over the body. So go ahead and make your deception check to see if you can escape.
You got my upgrade?
I'm pretty sure I did, but check. Yep. Got your upgrade.
All right.
Sadly, you don't have that blue anymore because they don't trust you.
Right?
Okay, so take 1 point of strain as you go dashing off, and thank your lucky stars that BT and Cal gave you an extraction route on the way as you are running your
Right.
ass to the ship.
Yep.
Now, once you all get to the ship, what is your plan? What is it you're going to try to attempt as you hear dogs barking down the streets? And by dogs, I mean cool little alien four-legged guys.
We're engaging stealth and punching it.
Okay, so I want someone to give me a piloting check, someone to give me a stealth check.
Oh, gee, I
me
wonder
see.
who both of those are going to be.
Let me see.
I
what-
need those to be
piloting
different
check?
people.
Yeah.
They
Well, we
need to
got
be
the,
different people? Ooh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's now going to be
Where-
hard because everyone's on high alert.
Yeah, I'm
So
looking here
piloting
how
is in my
this-
skill, right?
Yes, it'll
Yep.
be under your skills.
And do I use the
Space.
space or planetary?
Space, because it's your
Okay,
spaceship.
I've got 2 yellows and a green,
Pretty good.
if that's worthwhile.
Let's see what everybody has, because in both I have 1 yellow and 5 green.
Yeah, I got myself 2 greens.
Okay, so for piloting, I have 3 green and 1 yellow.
Kopish can just hear the barking dogs as he gets closer.
That was your piloting, Kelly?
Yes, I assume planetary at this point, right?
Space.
Or
Yep.
are we? Oh, then it's
Space.
4
Yeah.
greens.
Space.
That's the spaceship. So
Yeah,
the
then 4
pseudo
greens
cloaking.
for.
Yeah, the pseudo cloaking device increases difficulty of checks to detect the ship with a detect ship with sensors by 2.
Oh.
It also upgrades difficulty of all combat checks once against the ship.
So whoever's going to
Uh,
roll the space, let me know when so I can put that into a...
You mean the stealth?
No. The stealth is everybody on the ship, in the ship, nice and safe. This piloting is getting off the planet without being shot. Or pursued.
So I don't
Okay.
know if it's better to have more greens or more yellows like that.
It's usually better to have yellows because they can give you triumphs. Greens
Mhm.
can't give you triumphs. And yellows technically have more success and advantage on.
Yep.
So I've got the 2 yellows and 1 green. Is that a better than others, or is that not?
Is that for stealth or is that
That's for
That's-
piloting.
I'm only looking at piloting because
Okay.
I know
Pi-
I cannot beat that stealth.
But you're
Right.
you're better than I am.
So
Do you want me to
it's-
go ahead and give it a shot?
I would say you do
well,
the
stealth first, right?
or-
either
yes.
order, I'll take either order. Just let me know which
Oh,
one's
okay.
being rolled which.
Okay. So Gunter's going to be doing our
I'll be
stealth.
doing
Okay,
the
go
stealth
ahead and
roll,
roll your
yes.
stealth.
That's all it takes.
One
Holy cow,
success, you guys managed to get back on the ship with no problem, with your sniper basically jumping between your walkways saying, guys, don't screw this up. And apparently you are engaging the stealth suite on the ship. So go ahead and give
yeah.
me your piloting roll.
Okay. So there was the special thing that Kopesh said that we had, that David said that we had. Did you
Yes.
put that in there?
I've already
for us?
got that in there.
Okay. Wish me luck, guys.
nice.
Nope.
As-
I have
as-
a threat.
The ship will take 2 strain
No,
because you did
that's
some
beautiful.
fancy
You
flying.
succeeded.
And you guys managed to make it off planet and out of the gravity well and into hyperspace, going into some random location. It's the GTOF location.
Yep.
That's definitely where we were headed.
So you've successfully completed the assassination and escaped off-world. There's apparently a Sith Lord wanting to talk to Kopesh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Well, we didn't want to talk to them.
Give us
Well-
goodies.
We will we'll deal with that.
Eh.
What's this Sith Lord's name?
Sabat.
Savat would be.
Sabat. Okay.
And it will be an interesting conversation. But that is a story for another time because it's time for Kelly to go to bed.
Yep.
As this is her last day of work before Thanksgiving.
It's gonna be a long day tomorrow.
Too.
Yep, tomorrow's
Very
gonna
long
be a
day.
crazy busy day.
No work for me tomorrow, and then Churrasco de Brazil on Thursday. Yay!
Ooh, you plan things well.
Okay,
So,
so how many?
Let's have the entire week off. So.
So all of you that have wet work get 5 points for wet work.
Where would wet work be?
It's a duty.
That's a duty.
So
So
since you're still an independent, you don't have a duty yet since you decided to be independent.
Right.
So you don't get the 5. You don't get those 5.
Yeah. And you all get 15 experience points because you succeeded in the mission.
Yay.
I do not have to make a choice. Thank you, Jim. So if you look at the combat tree, or commando tree, I mean, the very left column starts off with physical training for 5 points and then toughened for 10 points. The third column starts with toughened for 5 points and physical training for 10 points. So I was sitting here scratching my head going, if I get less than 15 points, which column am I going to go down first?
No, he doesn't have to pick.
Yeah, you don't have to choose.
Exactly.
All right, guys, I'm going to log. Everybody have a great holiday, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Everybody have a good, safe Thanksgiving. You know, make sure you submit to the turkey venom if you can.
Of course, plenty of it.
Tryptophan poisoning.
I'll do my best.
And may the turkey force be with you.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Good
Good
night, guys.
job,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Another good
Have a
job.
good night, all.
Oh, how much money?
We'll talk about that next time.
Okay,
You still have to talk to your mysterious benefactor.
exactly. Okay.
That's
All
going
right.
to be an interesting session.
Uh-huh.
All right. Later, guys.
Have a good night. Yes, so 1 rank of toughened and 1 rank of physical training.